edition of the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council Awards 2023. We welcome you very warmly.
Please allow us to dispense with some quick greetings of eminent guests in our midst. Starting, of course, with the most hardworking Vice President in the history of Nigeria. Please put your hands together for the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, GCON. I can't hear your applause. If you would join us to appreciate people properly today. That's what tonight is about. It's about celebration.
He also doubles as the chairperson of PEBEC and also our chief host for tonight. So one more time, please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, kindly give His Excellency, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, GCON, SAN, another round of applause. Also join us and appreciate the Senate President, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawan, GCON, ably represented by Senator Aishatu Dahiru Binani. Please put your hands together. Appreciate the Chief Justice of the nation, ably represented by Justice Amina Augie. Please put your hands together. Join us and appreciate all the governors present. We will acknowledge the Governor of Sokoto, His Excellency Aminu Tambuwal. Please put your hands together for him. Join us and appreciate the Governor of Jigawa, His Excellency Mohammed Badr Abubakar. Please put your hands together for him as well. We also have present here the Governor of Gombe State, His Excellency Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya, represented by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Manasseh Daniel Jatau. A round of applause, please. Now, Dr. Jatau hasn't come alone. He's come from Gombe State, leading a high-powered delegation of commissioners, special advisors, DGs, PERMSECs, and other heads of MDAs. You're most welcome, sir.
Next, please appreciate the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa. Please put your hands together for him. I would like to abbreviate because of the number of people here and the number of dignitaries here. Allow me to just group and say, please appreciate all the members of our Senate. Please put your hands together for them. Also join me and appreciate all the members of the House of Representatives here present. Good to have you with us. I can't hear the applause. Thank you. We will make special notes to appreciate ministers with us. Please appreciate Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeni Adebayo, who is also Vice Chair of PEBEC. Good to have you with us, sir. Next, we would like to appreciate the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, CON, Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
We look forward to receiving these distinguished guests in the course of tonight's award ceremony. We'd also like to recognize the person of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemi Esson, CFR. A round of applause, please.
Allow me to just jump through everything and abbreviate and say, please appreciate all senior aides, permanent secretaries, member of the diplomatic corps, captains of industry, doyens, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You're all welcome to the 5th PEBEC Awards. Please put your hands together for yourselves for making our time to be here. Just some quick housekeeping before we get into the awards, and I promise to move through this very quickly. Ayo and I have worked on this program to move through everything with quick military precision, but we are going to require your assistance. But some housekeeping before we do that. This is the banquet hall of the villa. It is a no-smoking venue, so we would like to ask that you refrain from lighting anything up, cigarettes or any other flammables. Should there be a need for you to use the restrooms, if you exit through the doors through which you entered, make a left, follow the signs for male and female bathrooms, you will find the restrooms easily. Now, in the terribly unlikely event that we need to evacuate this venue, we'll ask that you all empty out towards the left. You see the arcs, all those arcs are false walls. We will make sure that they are made available to open up to empty you into the banquet hall and then out into the lobby and then out of the venue. But like I said, that is a very terribly unlikely event. It will not happen, so you can relax. I'm going to ask that our presenters today who will be invited to present awards, please bear with me. I will keep you standing for a few minutes, on the average somewhere between 1 and 3 minutes each time I call you up. Please bear with me. It is just so that, like I said, we can move through this expeditiously. So, and we can let you go back to your matters of state. We see in the room many, many leaders of the nation, and we're afraid that Nigeria will lose too much money if we keep you for too long. So please allow us to labor you a little bit today in the PEBEC Awards.
Before we proceed, I'd like to also recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Iko. A round of applause, please. Now, tonight is a night of celebration, and at PEBEC, we have a lot of things and a number of things to truly celebrate. Over the years, since 2016, when PEBEC came to be, there have been some phenomenal reforms and transformation when it comes to ease of doing business in Nigeria. And annually, we take our time to appreciate and celebrate those who have partnered with the Secretariat to ensure, and the Council to ensure, that we make Nigeria an easier place to do business. And so we know it's a very formal setting. However, with the permission of His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we'd like to ask that you kindly take time out to truly celebrate a work well done over the last 12 months. And so we've had a busy day. We've had a busy week. I know some members here have been from the Federal Executive Council meeting, but we can spare a few hours to truly celebrate great work done by the distinguished personalities in this room. And so, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if I may, please, can you celebrate yourselves? PEBEC wouldn't be the success story it is today without your contribution. So thank you very much.
That was a very poor round of applause for yourselves. You could do a lot better than that. Come on. All right, we're going to test your applause as we bring up our first speaker, who's going to, you might notice on your programs that have been placed on your table that we put it right at the top, vote of thanks, because we're afraid that some of you might run out at some point, and we don't want you to leave without feeling properly appreciated. So we've brought this right up to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, to help us with a vote of thanks, please make welcome Mr. Ayokunu Ojeni. Please put your hands together for him as he comes up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, you may have noticed something unusual about this vote of thanks. Apart from the fact that I'm wearing Agbada for the second time in my life, the first time after I got married to the most beautiful woman in the world. I mean, who really starts an event with a vote of thanks? Our approach, our reason for this out-of-the-box approach is because we believe that vote of thanks should stretch beyond a box-ticking exercise. We believe that vote of thanks should be genuine, it should be sincere, and it should be truly heartfelt. And there's no better way to express that belief than to put you first. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you here today. Please give yourself a big, big round of applause. Therefore, before we dive into tonight's proceedings, we'd like to seize the moment to specially thank you, our supportive stakeholders, many of whom I've had the honor and privilege to interact with in the last 6 years. We thank you not just for honoring our invitation today, but for your unwavering support and commitment to the ease of doing business intervention of the last 7 years. Indeed, without you, this journey to making Nigeria a progressively easier place to start and grow business would not have been possible. So tonight, I join my principal and my colleagues to say thank you. Eshegon Mugode Dalu.
All right. Now, time to get things going. This is where we start to move into the proceedings. Now, let me explain exactly how I'm going to stress all our presenters. I'm going to ask the presenters at the start of things to come up. Once we announce you, the video will start playing. I'll ask the presenters to come stand on this side with us. While the video is playing, our recipients of the awards will be announced. I'm going to ask all the recipients, as you hear your name, please start making your way from the back, come up onto the stage and stand over here. All right, once we're done with the video, I will welcome you one at a time to receive your handshake, your plaque, your statuette, your certificates, and a round of applause, and then we'll usher you back to your seats. But as soon as you hear your name, please start making your way up to join us over here. Is that clear? Thank you. So please join us on the left, and award recipient on your right. Eventually, you'll come to the center to receive your handshake, your statuette, and your certificate. With that said, it is time for us to jump into our awards tonight for the ease of doing business. This first particular one, before I do that, remiss of me, he just walked in. Please put your hands together for the Governor of Jigawa State, Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, MON. Good to have you with us, sir.
We'd also like to recognize the presence of the Executive Governor of Kogi State, His Excellency Yahaya Bello, represented here by the Special Advisor to the Governor of Kogi State on Finance, Abdul Karim Siakia. A round of applause, please. As IK mentioned, we now move to the very first set of awards for tonight. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to invite on stage the first presenter for tonight, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Mr. Adeola Ikpaye. A round of applause, please.
Please keep clapping as he gets up here. Play the video, please. While that is going on, I would just take a quick moment to make sure things keep moving. Please welcome, to give a quick opening remark, Dr. Jumoke Senior, a Special Advisor to the President on the ease of doing business. Please make welcome Dr. Jumoke Oduwole. We'll bring you the video immediately after her address. Please welcome her as she comes up. A lot of tonight has kept her running at full speed and full steam over the last few weeks.
Absolutely. Please, can we really honor Dr. Jumoke Oduwole? Alongside her phenomenal team at the Secretariat and, of course, the Council, they have done an excellent job over the years with the ease of doing business in Nigeria. We honor you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Imagine a night.
Are you playing the video?
Imagine a night. All right, go ahead with that video. Play the video.
Looks like we have some technical glitches this evening. We'll go ahead without the video. Sir Winston Churchill, two-time Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, once said, "The empires of the future are first empires of the mind." It is clear for all to see that though he lived in a past era, his words could not have been more true in today's world. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this evening is about the power of one idea, the journey of how a single thought on how to improve the ease of doing business in Nigeria was incubated from ideation, birthed as a presidential council on the onset of this administration. This idea grew into a homegrown, internationally recognized national intervention by Nigerians for all Nigerians, an idea whose time had come. The Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, was established in July of 2016 to oversee Nigeria's business environment reform mandate of removing bureaucratic constraints to doing business in Nigeria and to make the country a progressively easier place to start and grow a business. The PEBEC model draws on collaboration and much-needed political buy-in across all arms and levels of government, as well as the private sector. The Council is chaired by His Excellency the Vice President, with the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment as Vice Chair, and consists of 13 key Honorable Ministers, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, and the Governor of the Central Bank. The PEBEC is also privileged to enjoy among its membership high-level representation from the National Assembly and the judiciary, as well as state governments, Lagos and Kano, and municipal governments, AMAC, and the private sector. The Enabling Business Environment Secretariat, EBIS, is staffed by exceptionally talented and dedicated young Nigerians from the public and private sector with diverse backgrounds. They painstakingly assist ministries, departments, and agencies to implement the reform agenda of the Council in creative and innovative ways that have earned us the attention of and formal collaboration with the likes of Massachusetts Institute of Technology Government Lab. Since its inception, the PEBEC has delivered over 180 reforms with empirical results to show for it over time. Whether through our World Bank Doing Business rankings, Global Competitiveness Report of the World Economic Forum, or periodic independent empirical assessments, which have adjudged these reforms as impactful in terms of reduction in time, cost, and procedures to doing business, tracing some of its contributions to the GDP of Nigeria. Reforms are they're primarily targeted at reducing the cost and time of doing business with enhanced transparency, and we prioritize soft infrastructure, people, and process issues. While there still remains a lot of work to be done, we are grateful to have recorded notable strides in regulatory reforms, with particular emphasis on the deployment of technology, legislative reforms, judicial reforms, and subnational reforms, all of which you will hear more about during the course of this evening. Tonight, it is my singular honor to welcome you all to the 5th iteration of the PEBEC Awards, an evening set aside to celebrate our diligent public and civil servants across all arms and levels of governance in Nigeria, who have distinguished themselves in the call of duty to this great nation. We also seize the opportunity to appreciate private sector stakeholders and non-governmental actors who have come alongside the government of Nigeria to support our efforts to deliver a business climate that works for all. This year, we'll be migrating to a new trophy, one which continues to capture the essence of who we are while reflecting the growth in our journey so far. As is our culture, it was designed and produced in Nigeria, especially for our awardees, by an exceptionally talented team of young Nigerians. On a personal note, as this is my final PEBEC Awards in this capacity as Secretary to the Council, I would like to thank the members of the Council, in particular the Chair of the Council, His Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, for his unwavering trust and support for my team and I over the last 7 years. I'm also grateful to all our friends, colleagues, partners, and MSMEs here in Nigeria, in Abuja, in Lagos where I live, and across Nigeria for the continued trust you have placed in the PEBEC. My husband and children and larger family for the support and sacrifices over this period. My mother is here, and my sister, yes, my mother is here. in the audience tonight. Thank you. And to the PEBEC Secretariat team, my performing team, I'm always asked about sustainability, and I know the vision is safe in your hands. You have gone through the fire and come out gold. At the PEBEC Secretariat, one of our favorite mantras is that collaboration works. Indeed, as Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States of America, once said, in the face of impossible odds, those who truly love this country can change it. This has been our collective PEBEC story. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax. We have a beautiful evening in store for you, if technology cooperates, as we pause from all the challenges to take a moment and celebrate some of our very best in service to Nigeria, truly the gold in our green. Thank you for your attention. Good evening.
Please put your hands together for Dr. Jumoke Oduwole as you turn your attention to the multimedia screens.
We recognize all our partners with a symbolic trophy that reflects their aiding us in becoming the wind beneath the wings of many businesses. The promising and steady pace of the businesses within the country is depicted from the base of the award. While the arrow at the top represents the bold, new, and different trajectory experienced by businesses and the nation with PEBEC. Congratulations to all our partners for not just setting the standard, but for inspiring excellence in exceptional work.
All right, please put your hands together tonight for everyone who's going to walk away smiling, for everybody who has made changes to the way that they operate in their various ministries, departments, to help the government produce more business by making it easier for people to do business. We're glad that we're here today at the 5th PEBEC Awards. We would like to get it started once more, so let's pretend like we didn't do it before. Ladies and gentlemen, help us and welcome the Deputy Chief of Staff, Mr. Adeola Ekpaye, as he comes up one more time. Clap like you haven't seen him already. Thank you, he's been so kind. While we present our first set of awards for the Executive Order 1.
All right, while we pull up the video, I'd like to just recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, represented here by the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Lydia Jafia, MNI. A round of applause, please. I'd also like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, here represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Didi Walson Jack, MNI.
Just waiting for a cue to know if...
Order 1. The very first order of this administration revolutionized the face of public service delivery in Nigeria. Signed by His Excellency the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the Executive Order 01 enables a business-friendly environment by ensuring greater transparency and efficiency as businesses engage with the government. In 2018, a customer feedback app, ReportGov.ng, was birthed out of this need to give businesses a platform to voice their feedback and complaints about services they receive from government ministries, departments, and agencies in line with the Executive Order 1 directives. Since then, PEBEC Secretariat has been tracking compliance empirically, working with Servicom, the head of the Civil Service and of the Federation, and of the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Past winners of the Executive Order 1 Compliance Award over the years include Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, NEMSA, Oil and the Executive Order 1.
right, they were speaking about NEMSA, Oil and Gas Free Zone Authority. Please put your hands together for that. We will call up the recipients of this award. I'd like to ask our presenter to please join us center stage. But before we call up the first set of recipients, we would like to say in this category, the leading 5 most MDAs from 2022 Executive Order 1 Compliance Report rankings include, they're not coming up, but they include the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, in 4th place, and the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, in 5th place. So please join us and appreciate them. Next, these recipients will be coming up to receive their awards. Please make welcome, in 3rd place, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, NAQS. Please put your hands together for them as they come.
Now, the NAQS moved from the 24th position with a score of 20.61% to 14th position with a score of 44.20%. This is recognizing the most improved agency for 2023. One more time, please, a round of applause for them.
For the Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, congratulations. You can come straight to him, sir. That's in 3rd place. We'll allow for a quick photo. While that is going on, in 2nd place, please welcome our next recipient, the Federal Inland Revenue Service.
The Federal Inland Revenue Service moved from 18th position with a score of 26.82% to 10th position with a score of 58.72%. We think that deserves another round of applause.
Congratulations to the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. Don't hide, they're not looking for you. Don't worry, calm down. Your businesses are safe. And allow for a quick photo. Next, and in 1st place, ladies and gentlemen, so your applause must be representative of this position, the most improved MDA is the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC.
They moved from 20th position with a score of 23.88% to 8th position with a score of 59.42%.
Come on.
One more time, please. Another round of applause. Nigeria Investment Promotion Commission. Congratulations.
Please put your hands together for them. These 5 DMDAs leading overall in 2022 Executive Order Compliance Report rankings are ministries and departments and agencies that have consistently made vigorous strides to improve the ease of doing business in this country, and we appreciate them all. They do make Nigerians' lives better. So just one more time, a group photo, a round of applause for all of them. Congratulations. I will release our award recipients. I will retain, please, sorry for stressing you. I warned everybody at the start of this. Next, we're going to move to the most compliant agencies for the year 2022. I think I'll just go without the video. The most compliant agency for the year 2022. In 3rd position, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. Come on, welcome them as they come.
Now, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is the AMVCAs of doing business. The armor of celebrating organizations, ministries, departments, and agencies who have ensured that Nigeria is better for doing business. The Oscars, if you like, of doing business. So please, let's make it as enthusiastic and as celebratory as possible. We recognize these ministries, departments, agencies, organizations who have distinguished themselves in the year under review. So Ike, we're going to do something.
Okay.
For anyone who is not very happy about those who've called us, who assume that you were up for it, but you didn't get it. Well, thank you very much for being kind with your applauses and celebrating organizations, ministries, departments, agencies who have worked really hard in the last 1 year.
One more time, I appreciate the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission with a score of 69.13 from the 8th position in 2021 to the 2nd position with a score of 78.68%. That is amazing. Oh, sorry, with a score of 69.13%. Moving to 2nd position, please make welcome the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Please welcome them.
With a score of 78.68%. The Standard Organization of Nigeria, a round of applause as they come to collect their statuettes. Thank you very much. Most compliant agencies for 2022.
Congratulations to them. I think we should move on immediately to the first.
And in first position, as we would say in other climes, drum roll please. The most compliant agency in Nigeria in the year 2022 with a score of 81.11%. That's A, whichever way you're grading them. Up from 2nd position in 2021, breaking in to clinch the top spot this year, and that's what we like to see. Agencies who are consistently improving is the Nigerian Content Development Management Board, NCDMB.
This is phenomenal work that they have done, and I think we should give them all the appreciation that they deserve. Come on now. Honor them as they take their photo.
You know, I recall when Mr. Ayokuno Jenny just a moment ago came to give the vote of thanks. He talked about the fact that he was wearing his agbada for the 2nd time in history. And I noticed that when the winner came on stage, he had to do the 1,500 just to demonstrate that indeed it is an award well deserved, and they are very proud of the work they've done. So thank you so very much.
One more time, I appreciate all our winners. Thank you so much for all the work you do. We appreciate you and all that you do to make business easy in Nigeria. I would also like to thank Mr. Ikbaye, who has joined us in presenting. Please put your hands together for him. I will release you from your duty to the nation now, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, to present the next set of awards, we're delighted to invite on stage the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemieson, CFR. A round of applause, please, as she comes on stage.
Please welcome her. She will be presenting for NAP 7.0.
For the National Action Plan, we'd like to honor those who have distinguished themselves in the year under review.
All right. Moving straight to the awards. She's wearing heels. I don't think we should keep her standing long. Let's welcome our award recipients. Ladies and gentlemen. As a result, due to the low performance in 2022, there will be no awards for 2022, but however, we're pleased to recognize the dedication of some of our private sector stakeholders and agencies or reform champions for exceptional.
Can sometimes be equated to nurturing a child. It takes time, patience, and of course, a lot of sometimes tough love. With PEBEC, this metaphor rings true. One of the initiatives that PEBEC is most proud of is its National Action Plans, NAPs, This tool is a globally recognized homegrown 60-day accelerator program developed by the Secretariat and aimed at effectively coordinating the rapid delivery of identified priority reforms earmarked by private sector stakeholders across select ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government of Nigeria. We are proud that with 7 successive iterations completed since 2017, the National Action Plans have been instrumental to delivering tangible reforms for micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises in Nigeria and contributed to empirical external validation of our work, evidenced by positive results in the World Bank Doing Business Index ratings. First by 24 places from 169 to 145 in 2017, and by 15 places from 146 to 131 in 2019. The National Action Plans have delivered remarkable verifiable results in business climate reform, including the introduction of Companies Registration Portal (CRP) to ensure registration of companies is completed within 24 hours. Electronic integration of the Corporate Affairs Commission's Company Registration Portal with the Federal Inland Revenue Service platform for automated generation and insertion of Tax Identity Number (TIN). Improvement on visa on arrival process by enabling online applications and approval, among others. Centralization of electronic payment of all federal taxes to allow users to pay their taxes online. For 2017, an all-time high performance of 82% recorded by the first NAP, NAP 60. In 2022, the 7th National Action Plan with the target to deliver 57 reforms by 21 ministries, departments, and agencies, spanning agro-export processes, automation reforms, regulatory reforms, and Executive Order 001 and Report Gov.ng compliance, achieved a 32% completion rate at the end of the 60-day accelerator.
I will proceed.
We are pleased to recognize the dedication of some of the private sector stakeholders and agencies or reform champions for exceptional commitment to the NAP 7.0 reform agenda. This is a recognition for insolvency regulations for 2022. We especially recognize with deep gratitude key private sector practitioners, among other members of the Business Recovery and Insolvency Practitioner Association of Nigeria, BRIPAN, for their invaluable contribution to the development of the Insolvency Regulations 2022, signed by the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, pursuant to the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. These are the people that we would be appreciating.
First, we'd like to invite on stage Professor Fidelis Odita, KCSAN of Fidelis Odita and Company, and former president of BRIPAN. A round of applause, please, for Professor Fidelis Odita. We'd also like to welcome Mr. Orewale Olanipekun of Alex Solicitors. Mr. Olanipekun, please. And finally, we'd like to call on stage Dr. Kubi Udofia of Babalaki & Co.
I see them here. Wonderful. One more time, please. We appreciate all of them. Hearty congratulations to them all. Once more, a round of applause for all our recipients tonight. Thank you so much for your efforts to make sure that all we've tried to do is achieved. A quick group photo, please.
I'd like to please crave the indulgence of Dr. Yemi Eson to kindly help with the presentation of the next set of awards. Thank you very much, ma'am.
One more time, as they make their way back to their seats, please appreciate Professor Fidelis Odita, Mr. Orewale Olanikweku, and Dr. Kubi Udofia. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, in recognition for clearance of backlog at the Trademarks Registry, tonight we recognize Mr. Shafiu Yauri, the Registrar of Trademarks Registry, for his personal commitment to ensuring the clearance of 85% of the backlog of IPAS applications at the Trademarks Registry during the NAP 7.0 Reform Accelerator, in spite of challenging conditions at the time. Talk about going over and beyond despite all odds. Thank you very much, Mr. Yauri. One more time, please, as he approaches the stage, Mr. Shafiu Yauri, the Registrar of Trademarks Registry.
Congratulations, sir. Finally, we're pleased to recognize the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, for 100% completion of the Enforcement Order 172 on timeline to complete connections of new connections to the grid. 100% completion. Come on. They did well.
100% completion deserves 100% applause. Please. That is a star. So really, really celebrating NERC tonight.
They recorded a 95% increase in compliance by DISCOs to the 30-day timeline, with some DISCOs moving quite literally from 0% compliance to 100% compliance. And that takes effort, so congratulations to the NERC. Thank you. Please put your hands together for them again. Thank you. We will release you all to your seats. Thank you.
The next award is a very special one, and would like to please ask that you kindly give us your attention, as you have kindly done so tonight, as we honor the next personalities.
And to help us with this, we will be welcoming one of our governors present, but allow us to go through the business of honoring those who have departed before we call everybody up. This is the Posthumous Award. As we look back at what we achieved as a council tasked with improving Nigeria's bureaucratic and regulatory bottlenecks, doing business over the past 7 years, it is clear that one of the biggest contributors to the success of any reform are hardworking reform champions from the various ministries, departments, and agencies. Tonight is bittersweet as we take a moment to pause and remember those and celebrate the lives of two of our very own who are no longer with us. We are honored to recognize the remarkable and enduring progress that these two fine gentlemen accomplished while serving as the PEBEC Reform Champions for several years at their various agencies, and tonight we have the honor of presenting this award to their families. I would like to ask to join us to present the awards, the Governor of Sokoto, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, to join us on stage to help present it. Oh, I hear he is.
Well, I believe he's not here now. So can we
Stepped out.
please kindly ask the Vice Chair of PEBEC to kindly help to present this award. The Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo.
Please put your hands together for him as he comes. The first person we will be acknowledging today posthumously is Comptroller Anthony Ayalogu. He was a PEBEC Reform Champion for the Nigerian Customs Service from 2017 to 2022. He was twice a member of the Nigerian delegation to the World Bank, office in Washington, D.C., where he presented the Trading Across Borders reforms in Nigeria. He was a dedicated and amiable colleague whose thought leadership and support was instrumental to the reform milestones achieved in improving the process of importing and exporting of goods from Nigeria. Comptroller Ayalogo consistently demonstrated a stellar level of expertise, passion, and was deeply knowledgeable in his field of endeavor. This was externally affirmed as he was one of the very few Nigerian officers to have been decorated with the Fellowship of the World Customs Organization. Comptroller Ayalogo was approachable and helpful, even when issues were difficult to solve. He will always be remembered for his excellent work ethics, his commitment, deep knowledge of local and international trade activities, and most importantly, for the impact he made during his lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, we honor Comptroller Ayalogo. Please put your hands together. I think we can release you, madam. Please put your hands together for his family.
Thank you. The next posthumous honoree is Mr. Adamu Kudu. He was a consistent, high-performing reform champion. He supported the Federal Inland Revenue Service from 2017 to 2022, and also the PEBEC Secretariat at several stakeholder engagements. The success of the PEBEC mandate would be incomplete without the commitment and dedication of Mr. Kudu to attain significant milestones in the PEBEC reform interventions. Some of the reforms delivered in his time include the introduction of e-filing and e-payment of taxes. His contributions and commitment to this area of reform will forever be remembered and celebrated, as it has left an indelible mark in the micro, small, and medium enterprises space. He was also very proactive in resolving users' complaints on the feedback platform report.gov.ng of the PEBEC. Working with Mr. Kudu was so seamless, as he was always so jovial, ready to resolve issues, and willing to go the extra mile to achieve results. Indeed, it's an honor to recognize and celebrate Deputy Coordinator Kudu's achievements today, as he will always be remembered for his commitment to nation building.
Please appreciate the family once more.
May we kindly crave the indulgence of the Honorable Minister, Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo, to present the next award.
This is the Judiciary Award.
The importance of the judiciary's role in an economy by resolving commercial disputes and ensuring sanctity of contract and investment protection cannot be overemphasized. The PEBEC's collaboration with state judiciaries' work in the delivery of small claims courts for the micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises has been nothing short of revolutionary in its attempt to grant speedy access to justice and decongest our higher courts. These specialized fast-track courts are carved from within the existing magistrate court framework to provide litigants with quick, easy, and affordable platforms for settlement of business disputes. The Small Claims Court provides a faster route to resolution of commercial disputes with a threshold of 5 million naira and below. Significantly, judgments are expected to be delivered within 60 days of the commencement of action. The process encourages self-representation, and adjournment of cases is limited and granted only once during the entire proceedings. The Small Claims Court Reform Tool has, since its first launch in Lagos in 2018, grown to boasting of 58 courtroom sittings across 9 state judiciaries and has in total presided over 7,000 cases to date. In addition to Lagos, small claims courts have been established in Kano, Edo, Ogun, Ekiti, Jigawa, Nasarawa, Rivers, and Bayelsa State, with more states currently in the process of establishing their own courts. The PEBEC Secretariat continues to support all state judiciaries through technical training sessions in collaboration with our private sector facilitators. Judiciary reforms. Recognition certificates. Tonight, we are delighted to recognize the following legal practitioners from their respective law firms who have over the years consistently donated their time and expertise in training magistrates and court officials of several state judiciaries across Nigeria on global best practices elements to imbibe in small claims courts. They facilitated physical and virtual training sessions in different states of Nigeria, and their combined efforts have contributed to a more efficient and effective administration of justice system at small claims courts of the relevant states which have successfully established the court. Mr. Adedayo Adesina of Oyewole and Adesina, Mr. Olawale Adeliyi of Bangwani Godalo, Mrs. Oluwaseun Philip Idiok of Alex Solicitors, Mr. Babayemi Olanio of Lehi Attorneys, Mr. Kigai Monday Zontong of Bangwani Godalo. The 2022 Judiciary Award for Best Performing State Judiciary goes to Lagos State for bringing new innovations in the area of e-filing of suits and e-payment in small claims courts registry last year. The impact of these reforms is that the process is now faster and cheaper, and litigants can access justice more transparently in Lagos. Lagos, the pioneer state to establish small claims courts, has disposed of over 4,000 cases since its inception in 2018.
We'd like to invite all the names that we mentioned to come to the stage for a quick acknowledgement. If all the names we mentioned, if you would all make your way to the stage.
Mr. Olawale Adeliyi, Mr. Adedayo Adesina, Mr. Babayemi Olanio, Mrs. Seun Philip Idiok, and Mr. Kigai Zontong. Whilst they receive their certificate, I'd like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Justice Kazeem O. Aluba, Chief Judge of Lagos State, the Center of Excellence. Well,
thank you. Please put your hands together for all our recipients. Congratulations, and once more, thank you to PEBEC Co-Chair and the Honorable Minister for Industry, Trade and Investments. Thank you so much, sir. Very kind of you. Please put your hands together for all our recipients as they make their way back to their seats. They're just grabbing a quick photo. If one of the gentlemen will help the lady down the stairs. Thank you.
to help present the next set of awards, we're honored or delighted to invite on stage the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa. A round of applause, please, for Mr. Mustafa as he comes on stage.
This next set of awards that we're going to be presenting are going to Lagos State Judiciary, Pioneer State, people who have helped with our reforms from PEBEC. So please put your hands together for all our award recipients as you hear them called out. Now, Lagos State is the pioneer state for the operationalization of small claims courts. As you heard, those are courts that have claims that are less than 5 million. They make sure that things move faster so that the big courts aren't inundated with unnecessary cases or smaller cases, I beg your pardon. They make sure that they don't have recesses other than one throughout the course of the proceedings and a 60-day time limit or so to them to make sure that things happen. That started in Lagos. I would like to honor a few people who helped us with those reforms.
I'd like to invite on stage Honorable Justice Kazeem Aluba. Also, Honorable Justice Yetunde Adesonya. Thank you for pioneering the operationalization of the Small Claims Court.
Come on, you can do a lot better than just watch. Appreciate that it helps people get access to justice. He said he's very jealous. I should leave her alone. I'm sorry, sir. Could we ask that Mr. Boss Mustafa joins us in the middle of our recipients for the photo opportunity? Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Sir, if you will assist her down the stairs, I will not encroach on your territory, sir. And I'll also like to thank the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Please put your hands together for Mr. Boss Mustafa. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And now, having experienced the celebration and honor of ministries, departments, agencies, organizations, personalities who've supported the work of PEBEC in ensuring that Nigeria is a better place for doing business, we'd like to take a very short music break. We hope that you enjoy the presentation by the Classical as they come on stage. Can we please make very welcome the Classical for a choral presentation?
That would mean a round of applause in most climes of the world.
My face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulder, a bullet in my gun. I got eyes in the back of my head. While the clouds roll because of your kung fu. And anytime that I'm out of control, you hold me down, you never, never let go. Unagiso, 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 my baby boo.
You're the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be strong but I'm mighty, and I will run up for you. And anybody with Tabi, yeah, before you go to Tabi, rara. And if I ever need saving, I'll be running to you.
Running, running, running to you.
I'll be running to you.
Running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to. Kacho, 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 kayo, kayo, kayo. Uyo me ole uwo so komi ole. Uyo me oh uyo me ole uwo so komi ole. Uyo me oh uyo me ole uwo so komi ole. Everybody's born a winner. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If only you just believe it, yeah. Close your eyes and come and see now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you worry about a thing now. 'Cause if you work hard, you can get it if you want. If you strive hard, you can be just what you want. If you walk hard, you can climb the mountain top. 'Cause nothing is too small and nothing is too big. Uyo-me-ya, uyo-me-ya, oh, uyo, uyo-me-ya, le uwa-sa, oh, uyo-me, uyo-me-ya, uyo-me-ya.
Yeah, Nigeria, stand up. That's how we go. Ladies, sit.
My baby, my Valentine. What are you, they making my time rise? If you leave me, I will die, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest, your loving, they torturing me. I'm so obsessed. I want to jump your body. Your body never come in, she will open up, make us see you love. Give me love one tinty. Give me love one tinty. Give me love one tinty. If you make a bad man sing,
What we sing now, set.
All of them don't they notice. I'm not joking. All my guys, them know me. Since so I've been writing this story. I know be OG, but if you ask them know me. I know them know trees, but they don't need me growing. Music chose me, just know this and know this. I get lonely, but I'm never lonely. Sexy ladies, come wife me slowly. Now the love we I see, now you will believe her. I'll be get the boy, I'll be seeing her. fear nobody, only Jehovah. Thank the Lord that they go far. The same goes to the neighbor. Shouts now there is in the shooter. Come down, I'm going to too far. Me never got a shooter. Them never see me come. They want is money. And now already they go for me. They go for me. But shame is no money. Baby, I love me, I mean I joke. Baby, I love me, I mean I joke. Baby, I love me, I mean I joke. Angelina, you dey cool my temperature. If you call, I go come deliver. I'm not gonna fall in your hand never. She na me go love forever. I'm a guy in a feeble like that. You're my Angelina. You're my Angelina. Oh, me out though. Anytime I see you for the club and the television, your body. Shame on the sense when you carry it to kill somebody. You know I feel the vibe, you feel the vibes, so everyone is walking. And I know you shy, but it's cool when we're making love.
Yeah. All right. Switching it up for a bit. Yeah. What we say? I'm unavailable. That's right. Any matter when no consign money. What do we say, boy? Serve. I'm unavailable. Ha! Your girlfriend is asking you to pay her house rent. What are you going to tell her now? Say, I'm unavailable. Hey! Come on! Yeah! Come on! Yeah!
I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing to you Payback 50 Awards. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's for the best of the best. Hey, shut.
I'm unavailable. Them know they see me. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me.
Hey, yeah. That's right, people. Payback now, I got you. Hey. All right. What we say, guys? Payback.
Now only me one life. See as we day like this sunrise. I will never leave your side.
I will never ever go.
I dedicate my time to you, my guy. Even if the road is rough, I don't mind. 'Cause you'll be my dream for life.
Come on, ladies, sing.
As I never see you online, it dey worry me and it dey give me concern. Yeah, I be ringing on your cellular, where you at? But it don't be cellular. Yeah, I'm hoping you okay. We got to party tonight. Many G's stay for mine. Me and you dey like them. Oh my God. My God. The one real one is enough. So I call your name and I'm asking who's your guy.
Baby.
Now only me one lie. See us we day like beans and rice. I will never leave your side.
I will never ever go.
I dedicate my time 'cause you'll be my G for life. Push your guy.
Hey, baby.
Not my guy.
Now that
Not my guy.
CNC, say what?
Not my guy.
FIRS. Let's go.
I dedicate my time to you, my life. Even if you know you wrong, I know mine. 'Cause you'll be my G for life.
Ladies, come on.
Nobody be like woman.
I never thought to finish you. I never thought to finish you. I never thought.
Nobody be like woman.
So I never thought to finish you. I never thought to finish you. I never thought.
Woman. Nobody be like woman. Ote control, Nandi Mangano. He don't say, I've been searching for you. Ote control, Asani Moyoko. He don't say, I've been searching for you. Fortunately, we furu watadima. I was at baby, not sweet papa. Baby, get you something. The kele no answer when you something. I shall lose go wine. I will get more. Makata, makata. Makata, makata. Watadima.
I say what's a makata,
Makata, makata. Makata, makata. Watadima.
I say what's a makata,
Makata, makata. Watadima.
What's a makata,
Makata, makata, watadima.
Hey! Aya! Switching it up. Sour. Yeah. Come on, lady. What you sing?
Joromi,
Owaifu. The classical, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking us through time from the oldies to the newbies. I saw some people who were actually doing the unavailable dance step, but I wouldn't point fingers.
If she was singing along to any of the songs, she's not as young as she looks. Speak to her with respect, please. We're going to move to our next category of awards. Please join us and welcome the Deputy Chief of Staff one more time to the stage to join us in presenting these awards to our recipients. Please make welcome Mr. Adeola Igbai as he comes up one more time. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ikpaye, for doing us the honors of presenting the awards to the recipients tonight. Thank you.
We did our homework to find out who does well in leg day here at the presidency. So if you're called up, it's because they've told us that you can stand for long. This next set of awards is for the legislative. Please turn your attention to the multimedia screens.
Pillars of a vibrant business environment, a strong legislative framework with clear and progressive laws which facilitate economic growth. This is the backbone for all businesses, particularly micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises to thrive. Over the last 7 years, the PEBEC has enjoyed a highly collaborative relationship with the 8th and 9th National Assembly to deliver unprecedented, groundbreaking pieces of legislation targeted at enabling the Nigerian business climate. Key past legislations collaborated on include the Secured Transaction Immovable Asset Act in 2017 and the Credit Reporting Act 2017. In August 2020, the Company and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, Nigeria's most important piece of business legislation, was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, bringing a successful conclusion to the long journey to overhaul CAMA 1990 after 3 decades. Since 2017, the PEBEC had coordinated a robust collaborative process spanning multiple public and private sector stakeholders, anchored in the Corporate Affairs Commission on the executive side and partnering with the National Assembly for the repeal and reenactment of the Act. Tonight, the Corporate Affairs Commission is being recognized for its role as a sponsor agency for the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020. Perhaps the most novel legislative intervention of the Council to date is the executive bill which birthed the Business Facilitation Miscellaneous Provisions Act 2022, which was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari on February 8, 2023, by codifying Executive Order 001 and amending 21 legislations with an innovative legislative tool, the Omnibus Bill. The BFA 2022, the first of its kind in Nigeria, consolidates the last 7 years of PEBEC-led reforms and demonstrates the administration's sustained commitment towards making Nigeria a progressively easier place to start and grow a business. The Act speaks to what is possible when public and private stakeholders collaborate to tackle pressing challenges and is a product of inputs from a wide range of both public and private sector contributors, including the Federal Ministry of Justice, the Section of Business Law of the Nigerian Bar Association, through the participation of over 40 law firms and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG.
Let's welcome our awardees as they make their way to the stage. The Business Facilitation Miscellaneous Provisions Act for 2022. Please welcome the Nigerian Bar Association Section of Business Law, NABSBL.
Also mentioned, we'd like to welcome on stage Companies and Allied Matters Act, representing the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, Alhaji Abubakar Gauba. A round of applause, please. CAMA 2020 was truly a game changer with regards to registering businesses in Nigeria and its impact on micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises.
We'd like to ask you please take center stage so that the doctors don't struggle with this.
Mr. Tolulope Shonake.
Well done. While we do this, we would like to especially recognize the past chairs of the SBL for the work period spanning over 4 years, as well as the various technical anchors for the intervention and their teams, including over 40 law firms that we mentioned earlier that participated pro bono for their exceptional commitment to seeing this act become an actuality. Please put your hands together as they come up to receive special recognition. Mr. Olumide Akpata,
Mr. Sheni Adio, SAN.
Mr. Ayuli Jemide, please put your hands together.
Mr. Ajibola Olomola.
And Ms. Folashade Olusonya. Please welcome them all as they come.
The PERBEC is deeply appreciative of private sector support, particularly for the Business Facilitation Miscellaneous Provisions Act, BFA 2022. Thank you very much.
We'd also like to welcome the representative of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG. Please put your hands together for the NESG. And he's already coming through, Mr. Sheni Adio, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, representing the National Assembly Business Environment Roundtable, NASBAR. Please put your hands together. For all our recipients, we see you.
For NASBAR, I would like to invite Mrs. Insika Essien to the stage. We'd like to recognize here present with us the Minister, Honorable Minister for Finance, Budget and National Planning, who joined us in the course of tonight's award ceremony, Hajia Zainab Ahmed, CON. Can we please honor and recognize her tonight? Honorable Minister, we're not calling you on stage yet. But you're most welcome, and thank you for joining us tonight.
All right, we'll allow for a quick group photo, and we will ask Mr. Ekbaye to please remain with us on the stage. We intend to make the best of your good legs today. Please turn your attention to the multimedia screens as we continue.
Congratulations and thank you very much for your support. Having honored the private sector, it's also very important for us to recognize and thank very much the public sector for their contribution to ensuring the passage of the CAMA 2020 bill and BFA 2023.
We'll allow for our award recipients to make their way back before we continue. Thank you. Please put your hands together for our recipients one more time. All right, now the public sector. No, we're going to retain you, sir. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ekbaye. He will remember us later this evening when he goes to rest his legs. He will remember this event. The Public Sector Support Award for Business Act 2022 goes to the Federal Ministry of Justice. Please put your hands together for them. The Legal Drafting Department anchored the formal drafting of the legislation as an integral part of the technical committee that developed the drafts of the Omnibus Bill BFA 2022, formerly known as the Omnibus Bill. We are pleased to recognize the following people, and as you hear your names, please stand and come forward. Mrs. Ifunaya Nwajagu. Please put your hands together for them. Mr. Mohammed Al-Hassan. Mrs. Insikan Essien, Ms. Nkiru Melifonwu, and Mrs. Nana Ndapaya Samburu. Please put your hands together for all of them as they make their way to the stage.
Congratulations and thank you for your significant support to ensuring that the CAMA 2022 and BFA 2023 became a reality.
It is important to honor people when they do well. They say one of the best ways to lead any organization isn't to catch people when they do wrong, but to acknowledge them when they've done right. It's far more incentivizing to praise people than to cut them down. And that's why we're presenting certificates for their work that they have done to make things better for businesses all over the country. We appreciate them. Please put your hands together for them once more. Congratulations to all our recipients once more. We'll allow for a 5-second group photo. Everybody showing their certificates.
May we please have Mr. Adekwaye in the middle? So may we please ask that you kindly, the lady to the left, could you kindly come this way? Thank you.
No, it's balanced. It's actually balanced. They were balanced. All right.
I need to check my maths again.
Okay. Mr. Ekpaye will be pleased to hear that after this award, we will release him back to his seat. Please put your hands together for the long-standing Mr. Ekpaye, who has been very, very gracious tonight and standing for us for as long as we've had him. Thank you, sir. Please clap properly for him. We appreciate you.
To present the next set of awards, I'd like to invite on stage the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemieson, CFR, to help represent in the next set of awards. Please, can we encourage her with a round of applause? On stage, stand for a while, and so we truly appreciate our presence tonight.
Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app.
Stakeholders growth and the actualization of its mandate. Along the way, the PEBEC Secretariat has received world-class assistance from a wide range of Nigerian private sector organizations, such as Bamwani Godalo, KPMG, Deloitte, Procter & Gamble, Alekwa Noyebode, Racial Legal Partners, and more, as well as from our core development partners over the years, the World Bank Group, and the UK's then Department for International Development, DFID, now FCDO. In addition, we are grateful to have received support behind the message of our reforms to Nigerians, handled by leading talents funded Bank PLC, Stanbic IBTC, EcoBank Nigeria, FMDQ, and Olem Group. We were also privileged to have received generous financial support from private sector groups in the oil and gas sector, who sponsored a core part of our technical intervention through the funding of the development of our homegrown ReportGov.ng platform, the output of PEBEC's hackathon, which was developed and scaled in collaboration with stakeholders such as Labs and the Convention on Business Integrity. Tonight, we present the Impact Awards to 3 categories of stakeholders with an exceptional supporting the PEBEC Secretariat through 2022. These categories are journalists, media, development partners, institutions, to individuals for technical support. Journalists. In this category, outstanding journalists who have shown exceptional commitment and dedication in amplifying information on business climate reforms. The recipients in alphabetical order are Mr. Kenneth Igbomo, Mrs. Nancy Ilo Nnaji, Mr. Bosun Omofaye, and Mr. Chris Pemu.
Please put your hands together for our award recipients. If you heard your name, please make your way to the stage.
For executive support at the National Assembly on the business, would like to invite on stage the Senior Special Advisor for National Assembly Matters for Senator Babajide Omo. Please, as it comes on stage. Thank you very much. May we please also invite on stage, before we come to the journalists, just 1 second, may we please also invite on stage all representatives of the leadership of the 9th National Assembly here present. If you're here, we kindly ask that you please come on stage. We'd like to thank you and honor you with the presentation by Dr. Yemi Eson.
Please put your hands together as they make their way to the stage. We'll come to our journalists shortly who came in indulgence and ask that you just stay with us. Do we have any other representatives coming? We'll work with the gentlemen we have. Thank you. We'll just bring a quick statuette forward for the gentleman representing the Senate. After that, we will move straight into the journalists. I apologize for keeping you standing. I think we can invite one more person to join the photo for the journalists. We will do that shortly. Right. All right, we're going to move ahead, and I'm sure we will get that to you, sir, shortly. But please try to acknowledge all the members of the Senate, all the members of the House of Representatives who've always been helpful. Please join us and appreciate them for all the work they've done in the year under review. I can't hear the applause. It's, you know, I'll let you get to dinner eventually, but please, you've got to clap like you're already satisfied.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Folashade Yemi Eson, for helping us present the awards to Senator Babajide Omowari and, of course, thank you so very much, sirs. You may please take your seats. Thank you. Now, to present the next set of awards to our journalists on stage, our journalists who have supported the work of the PEBEC in the year under review, kindly make welcome on stage the Honorable Minister of Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo. He comes on stage.
Keep clapping till he gets here. Thank you, thank you. Once more, the gentlemen and ladies we're honoring today, Mr. Bashir Hassan. Please put your hands together for him. Following Mr. Bashir Hassan, please acknowledge Mr. Kenneth Igbomo. Also appreciate Ms. Nancy Ilo Naji. Also going to be appreciating Mr. Bosen Omafai and Mr. Chris Pemu. We will keep their certificates and make sure that they get to them. Oh, okay. Mr. Chris Pemu, good to have you with us. Didn't see you coming there.
Okay, these are my constituents.
Yes,
so
our constituents.
Can I please ask that you kindly celebrate the journalists who are doing amazing work in supporting the work of the parents so much. Thank you.
Very well done. We'll allow for a group center stage. Center stage. The photographers don't struggle. Much, Otumba. Thank you very much. We will. A little while. Thank you, sir. All right, next, we will invite the Secretary of the Government of the Federation one more time to join us on stage. Let's present the next category of awards. Please put your hands together for him. And attention.
All right. Announce the recipients of this particular category whilst we wait for the announcement by video.
All right. In this category, we'd like to honor the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, and they'll be represented by Mr. Laoyi Jayola. Please put your hands together as he makes his way forward. Also, we will be honoring the National Assembly Business Environment Roundtable, NASBAR. I would like to invite Mrs. Insikad Essien to come up one more time. We'd also like to ask Mr. Shani Adio, SAN, to please join us on stage. Please put your hands together for all our recipients as they make their way up. If I don't see the awards coming shortly, I will move on. I think this is on me. My apologies. But Mr. Boss Mustafa, please remain with us. Please forgive me. If someone could help her down and help the gentleman as well. Thank you. We're going to move on to another category. I apologize. I was a page behind. Forgive me. All right, moving on. This is a special recognition for technical support, and you can pay attention to the multimedia screens for the video. Special recognition for technical support. Okay, in the absence of the video, please make welcome Mrs. Toyin Bashir. I would like to invite Aimea Okpewolo to also come. I would like to invite Mrs. Aimea, please come, to read the citation about Mrs. Toyin Bashir. Please put your hands together for Aimea Okpewolo.
Citation for Mrs. Toyin Bashir. Mrs. Toyin Bashir is a seasoned legal practitioner and a partner at Banwa and Igodalo, a top-tier commercial law firm. Since the inception of the PEBEC, she was embedded in the PEBEC Secretariat, first on a full-time basis, and later on in a more flexible one in providing technical support for the PEBEC Secretariat's mandate. Over the years, she has supported the implementation of several regulatory, judicial, and legislative reforms as approved by the Council. In the beginning, she was deployed to support the implementation of doing business reforms in relation to import and export of goods in Nigeria, review of guidelines for registering technology transfer agreements, and improving transparency and efficiency of operations at the Trademarks Registry. She was twice a member of the Nigerian delegation that made technical presentations at the World Bank at its headquarters in Washington, D.C., following which Nigeria moved upwards on the Doing Business Index. As head of legal interventions at the PEBEC Secretariat, she has led teams of brilliant long to brainstorm and implement various regulatory, judicial, and legislative reforms, including the collaboration with the Corporate Affairs Commission to automate pre- and post-registration processes at the Commission, the passage of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, the establishment of small claims court in several states in Nigeria, and most recently, the preparation and passage of the Business Facilitation Miscellaneous Provisions Act 2022, which institutionalizes the various reforms that have been implemented over the years and also remove bureaucratic bottlenecks to doing business. We would like to publicly appreciate Mrs. Toyin Bashir for her service to the nation through her impactful contributions towards improving the business climate in Nigeria. Thank you.
Congratulations to Mrs. Toyin Bashir. Thank you very much also, Mayor Okwebolo. I would also like to invite to read the next citation, Mr. Oluwaseun Obafemi. And while he comes, I'd like to invite Ms. Jemile Hasiboyoglu to please come as well, the recipient of this award.
Citation for special recognition for technical support for Ms. Jamil Asebioglu. Ms. Jamil Asebioglu, who is presently in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America, but will be joining us virtually, is a senior country officer with the International Finance Corporation in Accra, Ghana. Before joining this position, Ms. Jamila was with the World Bank Group's advisory team in Africa and the Middle East, where she was a senior private sector specialist focused on providing technical assistance and advisory services aimed at improving business environments to governments of Comoros, Jordan, Kenya, Madagascar, Mauritius, Nigeria, Rwanda, South Africa, Turkey, UAE, and many others. From inception, Ms. Jamila, then private sector specialist in the trade and competitiveness global practice of the World Bank, contributed to the development of a comprehensive short to medium-term vision for reforming the business climate with clear objectives and measurable goals for the PEBEC Secretariat. This led to the development of a rigorous diagnostic by the World Bank, which marked the beginning of a highly impactful collaborative relationship anchored on the bank side by Ms. Jamila. She also assisted the Secretariat through advice, organized trainings, presentations, working through action plans, scheduling of meetings with major stakeholders, etc. Through these engagements, the PEBEC Secretariat continued to gain a better understanding of what was required through broad engagement with diverse stakeholders and comprehensive research across various climes. The Secretariat also gained a better understanding of what was to be accomplished to radically improve Nigeria's business climate in a manner that makes it progressively easier to do business in the country. All this contributed to Nigeria moving up a total of 39 places in the World Bank Doing Business report before it was discontinued in 2019. We would like to publicly appreciate Ms. Jamila for her service to the nation through her impactful contributions towards improving the business climate in Nigeria. Thank you.
She's on screen and with us online. So please, a round of applause that she can hear where she is. We appreciate you, madam. And congratulations.
Congratulations to Nigeria. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Ms. Olayombo Adeojo to read the next citation, and I'd like to invite the recipient, Dr. Finifolu Oladiran, to please join us on stage.
A round of applause, please, as they come on stage. This set of awards are very special. They're the Impact Awards, and so we present.
Dr. Finifolu Oladiran is a leader in McKinsey's global public sector and social sector practices, where he advises national leaders in government, private sector organizations, and donors on economic transformations, with a deeper focus on public finance for development. Dr. Fin is based in Washington, D.C., but physically present here tonight. Over the past decade, Dr. Fin has served clients across various emerging markets in Africa, the Americas, and the Middle East on a range of transformational topics. Dr. Fin, driven by the possibilities unleashed when governments and the private sector join forces to solve challenging economic issues, has been a pillar of support to the PEBEC Secretariat. Dr. Fin is a true visionary and has been instrumental in bringing to life the most innovative and cutting-edge reforms that have helped shape Nigeria's business landscape. He has provided expert advice on the most critical PEBEC-led intervention projects, which have resulted in improvements for MDAs and Nigeria. From inception, he has supervised supported the Secretariat with reforms, including of the sub-national ease of doing business and our national action plan. Dr. Fin has also to the team in offering making presentations and doing business strategies. It's culminated in improving Nigeria's bank ease of doing business skill and dedication to the facilitating and also spearheading the acquisition necessary for decisions have been not would like to Dr. Finifolu Oladiran to the nation contributions towards improving Nigeria.
It's Dr. Finifolu Oladiran. Knowledge, celebrating impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will release you to have a seat at the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mustafa.
I'll present the next set of awards. Really coming to the end of today's sessions. I'd like to invite the Finance, Budget, and National Planning, Haji Ahmed, for the next set of awards. She comes on stage.
Award is for Development Partner Institution Award. Pleasure, ma'am. Next, we would like to acknowledge and appreciate the tremendous support of the World Bank Group Nigeria Country Office and their colleagues for their role in co-designing the State Action on Business Enabling Reform, SABRE. The program from PEBEC Secretariat setting a new global standard for collaborating with the is a $750 million performance-based to incentivize and strengthen of business enabling Nigeria. It is the first program on the ease of doing business in the world. Come on, the pace here. efforts to further encourage the reforms, the PEBEC Secretariat team and the team have jointly developed on Business Enabling Reform SABRE program with support from the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, and the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, and the Secretariat, as well as our state reform champions and colleagues at the sub-national level. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our award recipients. We'll be welcoming from the World Bank Group, Nigeria Country Office, Mr. Shubham Chaudhary. Please put your hands together for him. Mr. Shubham. We see you, sir.
Atelemba mateke, nanyoti matiba matungo kale, tibala munateko, na disomele boko, longele nje munyenge, wapome yande nyolanje, mutaka mutiti vuma, umene no jabam, jelna, isele sonika jale, makati bondoko, timeso nanginya kuku.
Congratulations, Susa. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Help. Thank you, ma'am. There we go. Please put your hands together for them once more. I think they're inviting me on the stage. In places like this, where you get a commanding power like this, back and forth, you know, so allow me to enjoy myself as we do this. Let's welcome him back on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Minister for Investment, Otumba Adebayo. Comes up to help us with the book presentation for PEBEC's work over the last 7 or so years. Ladies and gentlemen, this book is out there and available to everyone. We want you to please check it out. Also, if you're one of those lucky enough to get the USB that comes in a pack, it's not a gift for you to give away. It actually embodies or captures everything that PEBEC has done, and it's easy for you to consume that at home on your laptops, your devices. So please check that out. We would be very grateful. Let's welcome the Honorable Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment.
Thank you very much. Excellency the Vice President, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, Honorable Ministers, the Head of Service, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As you have heard all evening, you have been hearing the story of PEBEC. There's supposed to be a digital presentation. However, unfortunately, technology has let us down tonight. So all I shall now do is present this book to you. It tells the story of PEBEC. It tells us what PEBEC has been doing over the last 7 years. And I ask and urge each and every one of you to read it, and it will tell you exactly what has been going on over the last 7 years, the work that has been done by the Secretariat under the leadership of Dr. Jumoke Oduwole and all those who have worked with her diligently over the last 7 years. It is a very compelling story, and it goes to show what can be done when we as Nigerians set our hearts to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Growth, our PEBEC story. I urge each and every one of you to collect a copy and read it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Otumba Adebayo.
You can keep that one. I would like to also promise that this is the last time that I will force you to come up.
Don't be too quick to
I don't know, I might change my mind, but we'll see. Okay, we have just a handful of things left to do, so please bear with us. Dinner is going to be available to you shortly, but we would like to present the next category of awards. And to help us with this, we would like to call on His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Professor Yemi Oshibajo, as he comes up to help us, we're presenting this next category of awards.
His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
Each state's
doubles
business
as the
environment is for
chairperson
micro,
of
small,
PEBEC.
and medium-scale enterprises, MSMEs. The Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, has a brainchild endorsed by the National Economic Council for this purpose, and it's called the Biannual Subnational Ease of Doing Business Survey. Ever since the creation of the Ease of Doing Business Survey, business climate reforms at the subnational level have been elevated and placed at the center of policy deliberations. The inaugural Nigerian Subnational Ease of Doing Business ranking captured the baseline ease of doing business realities across states and the Federal Capital Territory.
The Nigerian Subnational Ease of Doing Business ranking is designed to recognize and appreciate states with top 3 scores based on empirical data from MSMEs in 2021 and 2023 Subnational Ease of Doing Business ranking. The winners for 2023 are, in third place,
we have Sokoto State. His Excellency, Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal. He's here represented by Alhaji Bashir Gidado. A round of applause, please, as he comes on stage to receive the award on behalf of the state.
Sokoto State was second place in 2021 in our report. Please put your hands together for them for their excellence, making third place in the business ranking. Congratulations to Sokoto State. Congratulations. In second place, please a round of applause for Sokoto State. In second place, Jigawa State. Please put your hands together for Jigawa State. His Excellency Governor Mohammed Badaru Abubakar.
Here represented by the Honorable Commissioner of Finance in Jigawa State, Honorable Ibrahim Babangida Umar. A round of applause, please, as he comes on stage.
Congratulations to Jigawa. Jigawa was third place in 2021. Congratulations to Jigawa State.
Now, just before we call on the winner, the top performing state for this year, please permit me to invite on stage the most outstanding and committed reform champion in the 2023 Subnational Report Survey process. And the winner is Mr. Chinenye Nwogu from Abia State.
Congratulations, Mr. Chinenye Nwogu. The Emperor, the champion, the lion is here. Congratulations. And now for the big one, ladies and gentlemen. The top performing state in first place. Let's hear it for Gombe State. Put your hands together for Gombe. His Excellency Governor Mohammed Yahaya.
Here represented by Dr. Manasseh Daniel Jatau, Deputy Governor of Gombe State.
They maintained their first place in 2021 inaugural report, and they're still topping the charts. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Gombe State for all the work they have done to make business easy for everyone. While we ask His Excellency to remain, I'd like to invite the special advisor to the President on ease of doing business, Dr. Oduwole, to join us to present this last category for the catalyst from PEBEC. Please put your hands together as she makes her way to the stage. I believe she will be escorted by members of her team at PEBEC.
Good evening again, everyone. The PEBEC Catalyst Award is a new category of awards reserved for the most impactful, dedicated, and consistent supporter of the implementation of ease of doing business reforms. An individual who went over and above the call of duty in the course of supporting the delivery of reforms for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises operating in Nigeria, making it an easier place to start and grow a business. On May 18, 2017, tonight's awardee, then as acting president, signed Executive Order 001 on promotion of transparency and efficiency in the business environment. The first executive order of this administration, with directives on transparency, default approval, one government, ports operations, and registration of businesses. In May 2017, he announced and actively supported our innovative hackathon, a competition of 60 young Nigerian entrepreneurs, which held in June of that year and produced the prototype of the PEBEC's feedback app, report.gov.ng, officially launched in June of 2018. Actually, Ayokun Ojeni, who's now our project manager, was the winner of that competition with his team. On legislative reforms, he again signed the Credit Reporting Act of 2017 and the Secured Transactions and Movable Assets Act of 2017, which improved Nigeria's credit enabling laws for MSMEs and saw Nigeria ranked number 6 in the world Bank's Getting Credit indicator that year. He was instrumental in the repeal and reenactment of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, Nigeria's largest business legislation, which had not been overhauled in 3 decades. He was an early supporter of the Omnibus Bill process, a completely novel idea at the time, which was birthed in the aftermath of his speaking at the annual conference of the Nigerian Bar Association Section on Business Law in 2018, and was nurtured into an executive bill of the PEBEC with the support of key members of the council. Today, the Business Facilitation Miscellaneous Provisions Act 2022 is a reality. On judicial reforms, his support for the team in its engagement with state judiciaries and the goodwill we have enjoyed as we expand the small claims court intervention is undeniable. Our subnational interventions at the state and municipal level in the ease of and take all Nigerians by his support of the idea support governments to the forum has packed
NTA, you can't beat the reach.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness.
You are a fine gentleman. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the PEBEC Secretariat team and its alumni since 2016, please join us with a standing ovation as we humbly confer this inaugural 2020 PEBEC Catalyst Award. The Chair of the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, His Excellency the Vice President, Professor Oluyemi Oluleke Oshibajo, SAN GCON, in recognition of His Excellency's sustained dedication to and support for ease of doing business reforms in Nigeria. Your Excellency, thank you. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Pioneer Catalyst Award at the PEBEC Awards 2023 to His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, presented to him by the PEBEC team, past and present, in recognition of his exemplary leadership.
We weren't joking when we called him the hardest working vice president anywhere in the world. Please put your hands together for him one more time as we allow the PEBEC family to make their way down and also invite His Excellency Professor Yemi Oshibajo, GCON, to make his address at this time. Please put your hands together for him one more time.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. And thank you very much, PEBEC Secretariat and PEBEC staff. I never knew that I could still be shy. I was actually caught completely by surprise. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Muhammad Unuayaya, ably represented by the Deputy Governor of Gombe State and Chairman of the Gombe State Ease of Doing Business Council, Dr. Manasseh Daniel Jato, His Excellency the Governor of Kogi State, Advisor on Economy and Finance, Mr. Abdul Rahim Siyaka, members of the National Assembly present, especially the distinguished senator representing Osun Central Senatorial District and Chairman Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Ajibola Bashiru, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, members of the Federal Executive Council present, and the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council members present, especially the Vice Chairman of the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council and Honorable Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mr. Otumba Adeni Adebayo. The Honorable Minister for Finance, Budget and National Planning, Hajia Zainab Shamshuna Ahmed. The Honorable Minister of State for Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Eko, the Chief Judge of Lagos State, the Honorable Justice Kazim Alugwa, and their lordships and ladyships of the High Court of Lagos present. The Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Mr. Adeikpaye, the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemieso, other senior aides to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, present, especially the Special Advisor to the President on Ease of Doing Business, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, and her dear mother who is here, Mrs. Clara Folashade Abiodun Olumide. The Special Advisor to the President on Social Investments, Mrs. Maria Mowes, Permanent Secretaries, Directors General, and Heads of Extra-Ministerial Agencies and Parastatals present, Your Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, Captains of Industry present, the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council awardees 2023, family members of our honored posthumous PEBEC awardees present, members of the PEBEC Secretariat, organized private sector members present, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me thank you all very much for making the time to attend this award ceremony today. And I want to thank especially those who have attended so many other PEBEC awards. This is the last 4 years, this being our 5th anniversary. In 2016, President Muhammad Buhari established the Presidential Enabling Business Council, Business Environment Council, PEBEC. He then mandated us to solve a malignant problem, a challenging business and trading environment for domestic and foreign investors who operated in Nigeria. And of course, a difficult business environment always means fewer investors, fewer jobs, and less opportunities for all. The President charged us with positively impacting Nigeria's business environment by removing the bureaucratic constraints being experienced by a large number of stakeholders. But how were we to do that? How were we going to remove the bottlenecks and obstacles while delivering the reorientation of the regulatory authorities and civil servants who deal with businesses on a daily basis? How were we to address the significant trust deficit from the private sector toward government and correct the pervading negative perceptions by ensuring that our policies and regulations are enablers to micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises? This was the main challenge that PEBEC was created to solve. With a myriad of challenges at the time, we knew that it was going to be a difficult, yet not insurmountable task. And the task was essential to the shared prosperity of all. From the beginning, we were clear in our minds that it would be unrealistic to attempt to solve all the problems that were identified in one fell swoop. An attempt to boil the ocean or eat an elephant whole was never part of the plan. With this in mind, we had to develop a strategy that would allow us to identify and implement bold, pragmatic reforms. The strategy was to prioritize the frontal pain points of MSMEs and install a systematic framework to resolve them. And we did this by soliciting and obtaining the support of other arms of government and other levels of the MDAs, with PEBEC representatives from the National Assembly and the Judiciary, as well as all subnational governments through the National Economic Council. In 2020, the PEBEC interventions were further expanded to include local governments through the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, which served as a pilot for interventions at the municipal level of government. Over the last 7 years, our visionary team, dominated, as you've heard already, by young Nigerians from both the private and public sectors, led by Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, have designed and implemented a series of reform initiatives at the federal level with measurable success. Among other tools and strategies, the team developed a homegrown 60-day accelerator, our National Action Plans, NAPS, to implement priority reforms by select ministries, departments, and agencies for each annual reform cycle. The PEBEC Secretariat supports about 15 priority public-facing agencies and currently tracks over 53 MDAs. This is in support of Executive Order 001 on transparency and efficiency of public service delivery to the business environment, as well as reportgov.ng, the Council's feedback mechanism. I'm told that the PEBEC Secretariat team enjoys the collaboration of several reform-minded heads of MDAs and reform champions who were instrumental in the development and implementation of these plans, and some of them have been honored this evening. The results have indeed been remarkable. And the PEBEC, since its inception, has achieved the delivery of over 180 reforms and completed 7 national action plans geared towards improving the Nigerian business environment. These successes are anchored on the collaboration among all stakeholders, and we must appreciate the efforts of our tireless civil and public servants. What we have seen over the last 5 years is a pointer to the possibilities for a new Nigeria. The private sector also deserves our heartfelt gratitude and commendation for commitment and collaboration, especially their contributions in technical support and capacity building. They take much of the credit for the quality output of our Secretariat, especially through the first 3 years of the project. But I must say that the work of PEBEC is far from done. We are yet to realize our target of becoming one of the top 10 nations globally for ease of doing business. We knew from the onset that attempting to effect some of the most comprehensive procedural and administrative reforms in our history was going to require time, strong political will, and insistence on following the plan. And we've certainly moved the needle. But the task going forward is to consolidate and advance. That would require, in the coming years, even greater commitment to following the plan, and also to departmental accountability for failure to deliver on reforms and to unwavering excellence. Let me, in conclusion, convey the appreciation of our President, President Muhammad Buhari, to members of the Council and to every stakeholder that has made PEBEC successful and that has worked so hard with us all through this past 5 years. But we must all remember that success births success. While we must not rest on our oars tonight, let us relish our accomplishments so far and leave here tonight renewed and re-energized for the work that lies ahead. Thank you very much, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir.
Go and appreciate His Excellency, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And the chair, the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC.
One more time, a round of applause for His Excellency. Thank you. You may be seated. Just a quick reminder that in the packs you received, there'll be a flash drive. That flash drive, in case you missed any of the details we read out or that were played in the video or that His Excellency spoke about, that flash drive will show you quite a great deal of detail as to what PEBEC has achieved in the last few years. And I think those are things that are bragging rights to Nigerians everywhere. When they tell you that Nigeria is tough, say, well, we've improved in our ease of doing business ranking, and let them know that we are making progress as a nation.
Absolutely. Well, it has been a truly celebratory evening, looking back at the work that the PEBEC has been able to achieve since inception in 2016, and also an opportunity to thank and appreciate, honor our partners who've made the work a reality. As we come to the end of tonight's awards ceremony and draw the curtains of what has been a truly phenomenal evening, would like to invite back on stage a group that you saw earlier, but this time they'd be giving another expression of art, Earlier on, they took us down memory lane with some songs from the past and coming into the future. And now they're here to present to us a dance. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, presenting once again on stage, the classical.
As a people with one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take our stand and build our land with faith to defend what is ours.
Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore.
Where freedom reigns and truth prevails, a land where there's hope for us all. A land where there's hope for us all. We are all we have. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We are all we have. We'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we'll shine like the sun. What a great nation! Here we are, many people, different tribes, different tongues. We're united in our strength and resolve to uphold the honor of our land and for generations to come.
Come on, I know we can appreciate the dancers. That was beautiful, creative, energetic, and definitely
Nigeria,
beautiful.
the future is here. Now, this is one team, one band, one group that the PEBEC is truly proud of. We took this stage play promoting the gold in our green, starting here in Abuja last year, October 2022. It was so successful, we also showcased it in Lagos, December 2022, and here for the 5th edition of the PEBEC Awards 2023, The Future is Here by The Classical. Can we please celebrate the moment, inspiring hope that the future of Nigeria is truly great.
And as the young people that danced showed, we, the young people of Nigeria, are truly hopeful that things will continue to get progressively better. Your Excellency, I'm not sure why you're laughing at me. I said, we, the young people, Your Excellency started laughing at me. I'm not sure what's going on, sir. I'm a very young man, and we're very hopeful that PEBEC is the start of something beautiful in Nigeria. As things are getting progressively easier to do business in Nigeria, we think it's going to be going to all ramifications of our government, our polity, our legislature, our people, the mindset of people, and things will get progressively better in Nigeria. There is coming in a day in Nigeria where Jagba will be a thing of the past, where brain drain will be a thing of the past, where people will come from all over the world to Nigeria to learn, to invest, and to do business. That day is coming. Mark our words. On behalf of Ayo Mayor SA and myself, Ike Osaki-Odua, Your Excellency, we would like to thank you and the PEBEC team for having us back for a 3rd time to host this event. We are truly humbled and appreciative of the opportunity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, they say a hungry man is an angry man. I add, a hungry Nigerian is dangerous. So we're going to release you to dinner shortly. Wherever you are, if you would just stand so that we can officially close this event with a closing prayer. The closing prayer is the greatest you could ever pray for this country. It is called our national anthem.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and pride, one nation bound in freedom, peace and
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, The Classical.
Thank you very much, The Classical. We appreciate you. You may take up your seats, and our ushers will direct you to the dinner tables. It is buffet. And rather than have you queue for long periods, our ushers will direct you according to your tables. Thank you for your time. We will release you to each other's company.
Thank you very much. Good night, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amen.
Is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link. And be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone